Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Time is Infinite, the Inner Mind's Eye here. Today, you know what it is, man. Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 67. I'm gonna give y'all like 3 seconds if y'all don't want to get spoiled. 3, 2, 1. Man, it's over. It's finally over. Moro has been defeated. I'm celebrating. You're probably celebrating. Our heroes are definitely celebrating. Moro is donezo, fam. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, initially, the first few pages of the chapters, we just got our characters celebrating. Goku, you did it! And it was kind of cool to see our characters get excited like that. Man, a lot of things happened in this whole saga, but the Ultra Instinct was like the biggest thing here, honestly. I feel bad for Vegeta because his training on Yardrat basically got completely overlooked. But hey, Dragon Ball is the story of Goku. He's the main character, so what else can you expect? The first like 10-15 pages of this chapter is really just our characters celebrating, and they have a little feast over Hercule's crib, and they eating food and all that stuff. A couple interesting things happen here. The most notable one probably being with the Lord of Lords, the Supreme Kai that Majin Buu absorbed, talking to Oob for a little bit. And Oob was like, "Who are you? I don't understand any of this that just happened." And the Lord of Lords was just like, well, I guess you could say we're kin. And Oob's like, "Nah, no way, bro. You don't even look like me, man." And that kind of came about because Vegeta was the only person who asked, but he's like, "Kakarot, where did that last bit of energy come from? You want to tell us about that?" And Goku, I can hear the English dub already. Sean Schimmel just being like, "I don't even know, Vegeta, but I think we'll all find out one day." And it's just crazy because us as the audience, we already know. We know who Oob is. We know what Oob is about a little bit. And none of the characters in the franchise know, though. It is what it is. And I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but this is just a reminder that everything that's happened in Dragon Ball Super is still in that 7-year gap between when Goku defeated Majin Buu and when they meet Oob at the World Tournament. Eventually, that's going to come into play at some point in time, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, back to what happened in this chapter. They have a little party at Hercule's crib, and they chilling, eating food, and there's literally no dialogue. It's just straight artwork, which I thought was kind of cool, just to see our characters enjoying themselves, a little bit of slice of life type thing, and that was cool. The next thing that happened is they have a medals ceremony at the Galactic Patrol headquarters with what's his name? He's like the king of the galaxy or something like that. Octopus looking dude. And we found out some pretty cool things. First of all, we found out what Jocko's last name is. Jocko's last name, and I'm gonna probably butcher this, his full name is Jocko Teramintin Piboshi. Cool. We find out finally what Vegeta's last name is. Vegeta's last name is Iv. Vegeta Iv. Word, son. Alright, now I'm playing with y'all. It's really Vegeta the Fourth. So now we know there's a little bit of extra Dragon Ball lore background there, in that Vegeta is the fourth Vegeta of his royal family descendants. Word. The next thing that happened, and I'm glad that it did, is we find out that Mirus is still alive. And we also find out his whole name too. His name is Mirus Ikano Ichiyaboshi. Word, son. Yo, that's what's up. So they get all their medals, and oh my God, something crazy happened. It made me laugh because it was just utter foolishness. Goku's getting his medal. The king of the galaxy, or whatever his name is, reaches out to shake his hand, and Goku goes to shake his hand and grabs his junk. Like, Goku, no, bro, what is you doing, fam? You just grabbed this dude's penis. You got alien penis on your hands now, bro. It made me laugh, man. As you can see, it's making me laugh right now. Just because, like, only Goku would do something like that. A little bit of, juvenile humor there is good to laugh and whatnot. But man, oh, I'm glad Toriyama and Toritaro had fun with that. Dude really called him out on it too. He's like, dude, you're really grabbing my junk right now. But anyway, we also come to find out why Whis and Beerus were summoned to the Omni King's palace, and they end up talking with the Grand Kai, or the Grand Angel, whatever his name is. No disrespect. And we find out that Beerus gets punished alongside the Supreme Kai, because the reason Mirus didn't get evaporated from existence or erased is because the Supreme Kai went to the Grand Priest and was willing to sacrifice his own life in order to save Mirus. So the Grand Priest basically just revoked Mirus' powers and saved him, I guess. I don't know. But that was interesting. But then the punishment for doing that was the Supreme Kai and Beerus had to take the place of the Omni King's guardians for an undetermined amount of time so the guardians could go relax. And all of this, up to this part of this chapter, it was just, it was cool. It felt like a whole bunch of slice of life shit. And it was just cool to see the humor and see our characters get to relax for a little bit before the next chapter pops off, And it was kind of funny to see the Omni King. You realize he really is just like a toddler, but he's the most powerful being in Dragon Ball as we know it. But he's just amused by like the simplest things, is getting a piggyback ride from Beerus and having them race each other like horses and stuff, man. And that was kind of cool, man. It brought back like the little kid in me for a second, So anyway, moving forward from that, the rest of the chapter, we're setting up for the next saga. We get introduced to Granola. Before we get into that, my apologies. Jocko goes to the prison, talks to Moro's former henchmen, and they basically say, hey, are you sure that you got all the 7-3? And he's like, yeah, of course we did. And of course, in order to make the story advance, Jocko did not do his due diligence and actually search the crater left behind by Moro. Therefore, like so many other Dragon Ball villains beforehand, the smallest iota was left of the bad guy. In this case, it was 7-3. And he's going to be able to regenerate and come back now. And, this is something a lot of Dragon Ball villains have done in the past. Not quite with Frieza, because, he was cut in half and they made him a cyborg and he eventually got wished back. But Cell was able to come back because his nucleus was intact. You had Majin Buu, who was able to come back because he could literally regenerate from almost nothingness, and just bloop, 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 and come back to life. But one day, are we gonna get tired of that as fans? Probably. But it is what it is, Just interested to see what they do here with 7-3. Because, like I just stopped myself from going in further detail earlier, the next arc we're setting up for is going to be with this dude, Granola. And I guess his little henchman's name is Oatmeal. All right, cool. Classic Dragon Ball Z type names, getting it from type of food or whatever. All right. But we found out that 7-3 is part of a series, and his whole thing is OG 731. That's his full data, serial number, name, whatever you want to call it. And his other counterparts are owned by a dude named Goichi. Now, that made me pause for a second and say, hey, is that a shout out to the Dragon Ball Fighters champion, Goichi? Having this character named Goichi? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but either way, I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. Granola, he looks like a Chrono Trigger character to me. Whether you know or don't know, Akira Toriyama actually did the character designs and the art for the characters in Chrono Trigger back on Super Nintendo. So he's got like a futuristic kind of look, he got a cloak around his neck. He's rocking some boots, but he got like this cybernetic eye patch. And, of course, he got one of the classic, kind of all over the place hairstyles that our Dragon Ball Z characters are known for. So, I thought it was interesting. Goichi had uploaded all of the data from the people that OG 731 had absorbed into the other OG models as well. So, we'll see if that actually becomes anything. But, honestly, the way that Granola invaded their ship and took care of them, I don't think it's really going to matter too much. And that's basically how the chapter ended. So, yeah. Again, it's been 2 years since the start of the Moro Saga. 2021, we starting with a brand new saga. Whew. Word, I'm ready for it. Let's see what happens. Again, one thing I wanted to hit on a little bit though is this is still all happening in that 7-year time gap between the end of Dragon Ball Z against Majin Buu and when we meet Oob at the tournament. And I know a lot of things that people in the fandom have been wanting is, when are we going to get Oob in on the action? When is Goten and Trunks going to grow up? Because right now they had that same age that Gohan was when he beat Cell. But they still looking like, almost like Kid Goku, looking like Trunks did back in the Buu saga. And I'm guessing it's been probably about 4 or 5 years at this point. But yeah, so who knows what's going to happen next? Only Toriyama and Toyotaro can answer that question at this moment in time, man. Anyway, this whole chapter to me, it was just a feel-good chapter. Something nice to, end the year out with and set things up for next year. Anyway, so that's it for me, man. If you read the chapter, drop a comment, let me know what you think. You know, other than that, man, time is infinite. The inner mind's eye. I'm out. Be good to yourselves out there, all right? Happy holidays to everybody, and see y'all in 2021. Peace.